Meanwhile, rights activists in Kenya are demanding that officials in neighboring Uganda release Robert Kyagulanyi, also known as Bobi Wine. He has been held by Ugandan authorities since his August 14th arrest in the northwestern town of Arua after Uganda's presidential motorcade was attacked and Kyagulanyi's driver shot dead. Kyagulanyi was charged with illegal possession of firearms and ammunition at a military court in Gulu, northern Uganda. Rael Ombour reports from Nairobi.
Robert Kyagulanyi was arrested after a violent protest in northwestern Uganda, where campaigning was taking place for the Arua municipality parliamentary by-election. Kyagulanyi, who represents Kyadondo East political region, had been campaigning for an opposition candidate. His arrest and detention at a military camp outside the capital Kampala has caused outrage across East Africa. The Law Society of Kenya advocacy group held a news conference Tuesday in Nairobi to demand the politician's release and express unity.
We want to pass a message to all the international community and the citizens of the East African countries that we as the citizens of East Africa, we are going to stand together so that none of the presidents should imagine that if they can stifle dissent in their own country, that will be the end of free speech.
Kyagulanyi's driver was shot dead after police opened fire on the crowds. 33 other people were arrested and charged with treason on the same day. Rights activists vowed to keep pressure on the government.
The people of Uganda want peace and stability, and the ongoing crackdown on opposition dissidents will do nothing but worsen the situation.
At Nairobi's Power 254, musicians, artists and rights activists stand up for a free concert organized in support of the detained politician. Kyagulanyi was a leading critic of the ruling party's move to scrap the constitutional presidential age limit. Uganda's President Yoweri Museveni has been in power since 1986 and is one of Africa's longest-serving presidents. The Afrobeat star turned politician has built a strong following among young people through his music, which has criticized the government for corruption and injustice. Al-Amin Kimathi was an event organizer.
We are gathered here today to send a message of solidarity with the people of Uganda first, and with the suffering families of Bobi Wine, Robert Kyagulanyi, as well as his colleague members of parliament, Honorable Zaki and the rest, who are suffering in Ugandan jails after being terrorized, brutalized for their political choices.
Margaret Oduto is an artist from Uganda.
My message to the government and to the system is that it's not enough to silence voices, because one voice is silenced, 1,000 other voices will rise.
Activists plan to march to the Ugandan High Commission in Nairobi Thursday as they continue their demand for the politician's release. Rael Ombour for VOA News, Nairobi.